We made it all the way through another week. I'm not even going to ask you because I know for sure it's Saturday night. Is it Saturday night?
It's
Okay. So I said I wasn't going to ask her, and I just immediately asked her.
See how you are?
See how I are? I hope everybody has had a good week. It was a good week here. We really didn't do anything in particular, did we? Did we go to Lake City? Was that during the week? No, that was last week. Okay. So
we did anything all week.
yeah, didn't do much of anything. I mean, other than me remembering words to say. That's been about it. Although it's been nice to not have to, go outside and work. I've actually got my carport cleaned out. I can pull into my carport instead of parking in the driveway. I can actually walk into my garage now, and I know where most things are. It's pretty nice. Who's in the room?
We've got Greg.
Greg, hello.
And Eli.
Eli.
Turtle King.
Turtle King. Hey, well, it's been a long time. Welcome, welcome.
Ralph.
Ralph. Hello, Ralph.
And Janice.
And who?
Janice.
Janice. Hi, Janice. Good evening, good evening. Hello to Ed, too, if he's watching. So, German sausage pasta. I really didn't see that really particular, like, one thing, coming up with German sausage pasta. So I guess this is just going to be my interpretation of a German sausage pasta dinner. And so I'm going to make some spatzel, German noodles, or they're actually probably more close to a dumpling than they are a noodle, but either way, that's the pasta.
Carol.
Hi, Carol. 3 doors down.
Eli said that he had a great Labor Day weekend. Can't be good.
Awesome. Awesome.
And Ralph said that him and his mom or have you on the big screen.
Nice. See, you're on the big screen. This is my good side, right? Or is it this side?
Turtle King says, don't know if you remember me.
Of course I remember you. Absolutely I do. As a matter of fact, your dessert, Italian crepes, Mrs. O'Guy, I remember that. So I don't believe that is one that is in the dessert rotation. So would you please make a note of that? So it's been a while, Turtle King, since you've been here. I think the last that you saw, everybody's request was on a wheel, but don't have it that way now. It's in everyone's cage. Hang on. Everyone's request is in a big, like, cage sort of thingy. Turn it around like a bingo machine, and I'll pull one out. Yes, it's a dessert. Italian crepes. Okay. I think was that a dessert, Turtle King? Was that Italian crepes? I remember specifically seeing that request from you, so I want to know for sure if you meant that as a dessert. So, because not all crepes are desserts.
Ronald's here.
Hi, Ronald. Good evening. So tonight's dessert was requested by Ralph, and it pretty much won by a big margin, close to 60%. So Pavlova, and I believe that's how I say it. Is that how I say it, Ralph? Is that the correct? Is that the correct way to pronounce that dessert? Pavlova? You let me know.
He said yes, it's a dessert.
Okay, great. So, the desserts, what I'm doing with that is I've been trying to do it on Sundays. I'll put up 3 desserts in the community tab on my page. And all you need to do is vote on the dessert that you want to see me make. A lot of them I can't make completely if it's something like I got to bake or whatever. But in your case, crepes, I can make those on live, no problem. So it'll just, as a matter of fact, I think I'll use make some mascarpone cheese just for the occasion. So
Sounds good.
it just gives me an excuse to make mascarpone.
Lisa's here.
Hi, Lisa. Good evening. Hello to Wild Man if he's there with you. And well, you know, I've actually got time to play around just a little bit because I had to make the meringue part of the Pavlova earlier, so it had time to bake and then cool down in order for me to put whipped cream and berries on it. So, oh shoot! I'll be right back. You say something to the folks for just a second. I'll be right back. I gotta get
I hope everybody's doing okay. Having a good week and everything. Hey, Sean. Hi, Lisa. Okay,
Oh gosh! Sorry if anybody had headphones on. Come on, guys. Come on. Now you know what the cow sounds like when he thinks there's something going on. I went outside to pick some fresh mint to put on that dessert, and I meant to before I started the stream talking about it. Made me think of it, so.
Lisa's here. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and Sean in the pack.
Sean, hey man. Good evening, my friend. Hello to Heather. Hello to your mom, if they're all watching.
Jessica's here.
Jessica, good evening. Boy, we're filling up quick. So as always, folks, grab yourself a beer, water, soda pop, out of the fridge, whatever you like. Have yourself a seat. I'll cook us up some dinner. And, you know, let's enjoy the evening.
Ralph said that sounded like a good pronunciation that you did with that dessert.
Pavlova. Good. Wonderful. Well, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. I don't know if I over-baked it or not. I just kind of went with what the instructions said. So,
John's here.
John, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. So, I know what you're having now. You want to know. I deliberately did that. No, seriously. What are you having for your dinner tonight, guys? You know what's up over here.
John's having chicken pot pie. It's in the oven right now.
Chicken pot pie. I love chicken pot pie. Sometimes I'll make my own. Most of the time I do make my own. So I'm going to get this German Spätzle or noodles batter kind of ready here. Couple of eggs. If anybody has made German noodles or Spätzle, raise their hand. I don't have a magic mirror. Well, so I guess you'll have to tell me.
Sean said beef stroganoff and garlic bread.
Oh, yum. I love stroganoff. One of my favorites. A little bit of salt in there. I'm going to get this mixed up so it just has a chance to kind of sit and do its thing, you know. Get just a cup of flour. There's 2 eggs. I'll have to get a little bit of milk too here. All right. Put that away where it goes. Well, I'll give it about a half a cup, and if there's some left, I'll drink it.
Carol says you're not old enough to know the magic mirror.
Oh, yes, I am.
I remember the magic mirror.
Oh, yes, I am. Romper room. All right, so we're going to get this. It's pretty thick batter that you want. And I've seen different Spätzle makers. You don't need them. And I'll show you what I use when that time comes. That looks pretty good right there.
Carol said, no way. Yep, we do remember. And Kathy's here. Hi, I'm Hez, Ralph's mom.
Well, hello,
The
Kathy.
dessert is named after a ballerina, Anna
Pavlova. Russian,
And
I'll bet.
the soft marshmallow type center represents her tutu. My sister-in-law, my sister-in-law Miriam's recipe is never failed.
Well, yeah, I wanted to use that recipe, but to me the instruction was just a little incomplete. When it said 8 tablespoons of hot water, the 8 tablespoons I get, but it makes a difference when you put stuff in when you're doing a meringue. And since I've never made that before, I was confused as to when you would add that much liquid to egg whites when you're whipping it. So have Ralph explain that to me, and I'll use that recipe the next time I make it, because I wanted to use that. So I will. All right. I want to let you guys know now, I will tentatively post for next week's stream, but there is a chance that I still may be doing things with this film crew. For those of you that have not heard, I've been invited to play a role in as a pilot, not as a pilot, in a pilot section of a film that is being made, and have a role to play in that. And so filming starts Monday, and I do not know if it will spill over into next weekend. I don't believe it will. So I'll go ahead and plan for next Saturday, but depending on what happens with that, I may have to cancel. We will see. I don't think so, but just wanted to get that out into the open.
And then the following week,
Yes, you're right. And then the following Saturday, definitely will not have a stream. I'm feeding about 100 people spaghetti dinner, so I will not be here That is the 22nd, I think, or maybe the 23rd. A week from next Saturday. Okay, so this is just kind of doing a thing resting.
Like I said, the Wild Man is with Tim and Nate tonight, and they'll be on soon.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no telling what the three of them will be up to,
Yeah.
especially if you get Wild Man involved. Things can get out of hand.
Greg said, old guy, don't sign on your image so that they can use it over and over.
Don't sign
Yep,
on my image.
yep. So they can use it over and over.
Okay. I won't do it. But if you're referring to the thumbnail that I use for my live stream, and I think there's some kind of signature on the bottom. That's not mine. It was just a photo app that somebody made and passed it along to me. So, I didn't really see much in the way of just like a German pasta. I mean, there were some that required these different sausages and whatnot, but nothing like that I found anyway that seemed like a traditional German pasta dish. So, at least sausage. At least with sausage. There's lots of dishes that, come with pasta, but
Natalie's here real quick. She's got to go back to work, but she'll watch on the replay.
cool. Well, hi Natalie, real quick. Thank you for watching, and hello from the replay. Okay, so get a little onion chopped up here. So anyway, I had to make a compromise with this little guy. I was looking at all these different sausage recipes because, there's a lot more than one kind of German sausage. I'll tell you that right now. And when I was in Germany, I absolutely loved the Rotwurst, which is red sausage, or their way of saying blood sausage. And there was just really no way that I was going to talk Mrs. Old Guy into letting me make blood sausage. So I sort of made a variation on bratwurst. And I'll get it out of the fridge here in just a bit. I want to keep it cold and let the flavors come together as long as I can. I mixed it a little bit earlier this afternoon so that the flavors had time to come together. I found out the last time I did pizza and mixed the sausage right away, or just during the stream and only gave it a short time. It wasn't nearly as good as it was when I make it like the day before. So anyway, I figured I'd give it at least some time.
So Jessica said that, well then you will need to go longer on this video to make up for missing the next week.
Oh, you think so, huh?
And John says he has one more examination for leukemia and he will be clear of cancer if everything is done.
Well, that's good news, John.
Yep.
That's very good news.
And Eli second Jessica's comment.
Oh, yeah?
We're going longer.
Well, we'll see. Because, to be honest, this isn't something that's going to take a terribly long time to put together. So, what I decided to do is, the Germans are particularly fond of white pepper. They're not so much for spicy foods, meaning hot foods, but they like foods, especially some of their sausages that are spiced. so to speak, like the use of nutmeg and cinnamon and things like that. So that's kind of the route that I had to stick with. Uh, Throwing a bunch of cayenne pepper in, which I did, is not exactly normal, but I want a little heat with it, so. All right, let me get this peppers all. So,
Stanley's here.
Stanley, and a very good, happy Saturday to you. It's been a while since I've seen you, so I hope that you had a good summer.
Mama Wolf is here also.
Mama Wolf, very good evening to you. Yes, yes, yes. Got a full house tonight. Good thing I'm making extra. In case you don't get enough at your home, you're welcome to pull up a seat. Beer, cold drinks, whatever you want in the fridge. Help yourself.
Eli says he just adds beer to it to call it German.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Well, true.
just kidding.
Buy German beer. Buy a Hofbrau, which isn't even close to German. Or Lowenbrau, I meant. Hofbrau is German.
Eli says today we shall have OG story time.
OG story time. Well, you might get some. Just because this isn't really going to take a terribly long time to make.
So Kathy said all the ingredients, including the hot water, go into the bowl to stand at the same time in this other recipe.
All of the ingredients. Okay. And how long does it stand?
She didn't say.
Okay. Well, that's, yeah. The more you know, the more you know. But in a way, I'm a little like Kelly Bundy, if you know the show Married with Children. She has this problem of when her brain gets full, and if she learns something new, then she'll forget something that she had learned in the past. So just be careful about giving me too much information.
Drake says we need some chairs in the garage. He's on them.
Chairs in the garage. That's it.
Crazy food crews here.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. Ow! So,
Steve's here.
I'm sorry?
Steve's here.
Hi, Steve.
Greetings from the beach.
Well, from the beach.
Yeah.
Wow. Which beach are you at? Old guy wants to know. I'm excited. Yes, we had a great last night. We had about an hour. We meaning myself and all the people that are in this film that this gentleman is making, and it was just a sit-down reading of the script with the producer, writer of everything, and it was real fun because it was the first time that I had met who else was in the cast. I mean, some people I've kind of seen around, because he's using all local people, so it was kind of nice to get to know who I was going to be, doing this project with. It was good fun. The meeting went very well. Yes, it did.
Steve says the Outer Banks.
The Outer Banks?
Yep. That's where he's
Oh,
at.
the Outer. I don't know where that is. You'll have to help me be a little broader in spectrum. Like let's go with a state. Because No clue where that is.
He says, I wonder if the 4 touchdowns in a game record still stands at Polk High.
That's a good question. Hal was the man. If you saw the episode where Peg made fun of him by making a caricature of him and sent it into a local women's magazine, entitled it Mr. Empty Pants. That was a great episode.
Greg, it's Scott that has the Newfoundland
Yeah, what she said.
dog.
Yeah, what she said. What she said. All right. So let's bring out the sausage. And I'll talk about what I got in here. See. Can you see the sausage? Get a little bit closer. Can you see that okay? Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So the sausage has, I wrote all this down so I wouldn't forget anything. Veal, pork, salt, white pepper, marjoram, caraway, ginger, nutmeg, some egg whites, and that's the typical thing you're going to find in a brat. And I also added a little bit of paprika and some cayenne pepper, just for flavor. I wanted that heat. So not that cayenne adds, not that paprika adds any heat, but that's what the deal is. So there's what's in the sausage. And
So Ralph said to Greg, do we suggest the Anzac, A-N-Z-A-K, or A-N-Z-A-C, biscuits? And Greg says, Ralph, that might make old guy in Colorado melt down.
what the heck is that?
They said earlier it's like their army over there or
Oh.
something.
I don't have any idea. So you guys figure out what I'm supposed to do and let me know.
Stanley said the outer banks are the coast of North Carolina.
Okay. North Carolina. All right. Cool. My brother, one of my brothers, lives in South Carolina. Not that that makes any difference. You're not going to run around the street going, hey, everybody, guess what? Old guy in Colorado's brother lives, and you're not going to do that. So that was pretty much useless information. I'm sorry to have wasted your time with it.
Tim says, hey Tom, Wild Man wants to ask you if there is much difference between American goulash and Spanish
And Spanish what?
mac.
Spanish mac? Spanish macaroni?
Spanish mac, yep. Goulash or Spanish mac?
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Yeah, I would think there's a difference. I've never made the other one. I've made
They're much
American goulash plenty of times. I've not made actual Hungarian goulash, which looks and sounds amazing. And that other losh.
Spanish
Span-
mac.
Yeah, Spanish mac. I don't know. What is that? Ground beef with some taco seasoning, and put it in some noodles and add some like cheese sauce to it.
Kind of like chili mac. But chili
Kind of like
mac.
chili mac. I've had chili mac lots of times if that's what that is. I don't know. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but that's just something
Yeah,
I've never.
heard of it.
Yeah, it's just a new term for me. I don't know what to say on that one.
Stanley says Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is beautiful.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I think I guess that I mentioned it before. that my brother lives there. It still doesn't change your life. It's, I would say pretty much useless information. So, the German like onions and garlic and, like I said, white pepper. So I'm going to kind of make my sauce that way. What am I looking for? I came over here for something. Ugh, I'll think of it and go back. All right. I remember. I may or may not use that in the dish. I remember what I was over here for. It's going to take me a second to find it. There it is. A little bit of garlic.
Eli says, I love me some good minestrone soup.
Minestrone soup? Yep. Me too. Oh, see, where am I at? Ah, boy, I better apologize.
Hello.
I didn't say hi to Doug and Shar.
How are you?
Please, I beg your forgiveness for not saying hello. I'm sorry, I'm a crippled old guy. And my brain. See, if you notice how short. Look, can you see how short my hair is, Doug? Can you see how short my hair is? What? I didn't get it cut. What happened is I went to bed last night and I woke up and my hair has grown into my brain and I just forgot to say hi. Sorry. Hi.
They had grilled sirloin steak, corn on the cob, and sliced meat.
Well, that sounds wonderful. How about the rest of y'all? Come on now. I've only heard a couple of you. Some white pepper, a little bit of black pepper. Not a lot. And of course some salt. I want this veg to cook for a little bit before I start adding the sausage. Oh, dropping stuff. There it is. Trusty spatula.
Ralph said that his mama's going to go do some gardening, but has asked him to call her in for the dessert.
Okay.
Pavlova.
The Pavlova. Awesome.
John said his chicken pot pie came out delicious.
Love chicken pot pie.
Yes, he just having pasta.
Oh, okay. Nice. What kind of pasta? I mean, there's only about 1,000 different kinds.
So Greg asked me what his deal was. He says he's a baker at a place called Keystone. And Greg says, my name is Greg. I'm here with Moby the Plug. I'm from Australia. It is currently 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, the 10th of September. My reference in the chat, in this chat, is the man from the future.
That's
Either
right.
that or Ralph, who is more in the future than me.
Well, see, it just depends on what race I'm betting.
And Greg says, I work in a warehouse for European car parts. Don't get a European car, go Ford or Captain Lee.
See, I had this thing going with Greg. He was giving me, because he's in the future, he was giving me lottery numbers to play. But I kept losing and then couldn't figure it out until I realized he was giving me Australia numbers. Of course, they weren't going to be the same here.
Crazy Food Crew said that they get BK Flow Trio Wrap Challenge.
Yeah.
And he goes, I guess that was our dinner, because afterwards we're full.
Yeah. Believe it or not, after I did it, I actually ate a Big King.
Yep.
I was pretty full and I didn't really eat dinner, but it was early enough in the day that it was all right by the time things needed to be settled down. But I was full. Which one did you like the best? I think I liked the honey mustard, then the spicy one, and last one I liked the least was the original, just because it was so dry until you got down to that little blob of plain mayonnaise at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of regular mayonnaise.
Jessica is having pasta with Alfredo.
Okay, yummy.
Eli had homemade tamales and cheesecake for dessert.
Ah,
He needs a nap.
that sounds really good. All right.
Sean told Trace Food Crew, I can't wait to see the DK Flow Trio Wrap Challenge you guys did. I'm definitely going to do it again. It was fun to see if I can beat my own.
Nothing wrong with that.
No?
I couldn't believe how close I was to getting it. It's like, ah!
Yep.
Oh, no, that was something different. I was thinking about the Klondike Challenge, where
Yep.
had to eat 2 Klondike bars in under 5 minutes. And, so close. 5 minutes and like 14 seconds or something. Missed it by that much. Wild man knows where that comes from.
Tim said, Sean, it was tough, but Nate did real good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait. So I'm just going to kind of roll these into some balls. I'd rather have it like these little meatball kind of things. It's just the sausage, but I'd rather have it this way than just kind of chopped up like ground beef.
So Ray told the chat, so what's on the menu tonight, guys? Man from the Future is doing a lamb in the bone roast.
Okay. Lamb, huh? That's something I never did develop a taste for. I'm not real big on lamb. Now, I have eaten a couple of gyros that the proportion of lamb to beef and pork was enough to where I didn't mind that little extra flavor of the lamb.
Sean said, oh, I definitely can't wait to see how good Nate did. And I got called out for the Klondike Challenge from Tom, so I'm going to do that on Tuesday.
Nice. Klondike Challenge. So close. Okay, let's turn that down. Very good. Let's cover that up. I have not forgot the garlic. I just don't want to put it in yet. Let me set this aside. I think that's just about it for a few minutes anyway.
Should be good.
Oh, it's going to be yum. I can smell that sausage already, and this time I'm actually pretty surprised. That aroma is actually smelling like a bratwurst. It smells a lot better than the hot dogs that I tried to make. That didn't turn out so well. This smells more like bratwurst than the hot dogs that smelled like hot dog. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say?
Tim said Tom Gessner's supposed to be at the Giant Eagle store near us promoting his new energy drink called Woo.
I can't even guess. I mean, I could guess, but it would be just that. I don't know who to say.
Sean said definitely going to be one heck of a brain freeze challenge.
Okay, I'm going to guess Sean Penn will be there. I had to guess somebody, I guess, and that's who it is. Sean Penn.
Ralph says, I don't think we have Klondike here, but it looks like a bit of an Eskimo pie.
It does, and it is. The thing about the Klondike bar, as opposed to like one of the ice cream bars that's dipped in the chocolate on a Klondike bar is at least 2 times as thick as a regular ice cream bar. So when you're trying to chew that real cold chocolate, normally when you're eating like a chocolate bar, the warmth in your mouth helps to melt it, and it's easy to chew up and kind of melts. Well, it's not that easy with the Klondike bar chocolate because it stays cold for so long. It's hard to get it to chew up.
Will you ever make hot dogs again?
Probably not. No, the hot dogs were a dismal failure. Will not do that again. I mean, sausage is a no-brainer. I can make sausage, but hot dogs, that's just a consistency that I'm just not accustomed to making, I guess.
Tim said, do you know the wrestler Ric Flair?
I do.
That's who's going to be there.
Okay. Woo! Sorry, you had headsets on.
Craig says I can only feel the brain freeze.
It's funny, I don't get brain freeze really. What cold gets me, if I swallow it quickly enough, is chest freeze. And oh boy, does it hurt. I mean, you think of brain freeze, only right in the center of your fucking chest here. Whoops. That was a slip.
Sean said Ric Flair has an energy drink coming out. Definitely going to try that. Woo.
I've never tried any energy drink. Monster or just any of them. Red Bull. You name it. I've never tried one. The only energy drink I've ever had was just made from some fresh raw ginger juice and a couple of drops of lemon juice in it to help cut the heat. And believe me, you do a 1 ounce shot of fresh ginger juice. You can put a couple drops of lemon juice in there to help cut that heat. Douse that down and give it about 10 minutes to see what energy drink will do for you. It's a lot. Go ahead.
Greg says, old guy, you did it, and let's not pig lips and ears ever again.
Let's not what?
Pig lips and ears.
Oh,
ever
pig
again.
lips. Yeah, pig lips and ears. I don't care if they put pig lips and ears and whatever in hot dogs. Doesn't bother me a bit.
And then he says, how else are we going to know how bad it feels?
Hey, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with blood sausage. It's absolutely delicious. So I don't mind head cheese. Um, you know, uh, some of that processed stuff I actually really like. You know, but it's been around for a long time. Blood sausage. You know, things of that nature. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's why I couldn't make real blood sausage. Mrs. Old Guy wouldn't even come close to let me. So.
Tim said the nature boy himself, I would love to go and see him, maybe interview him if I'm that lucky, yellow.
That would be way cool.
And Greg says, old guy, you just drop it like it's hot, my brother.
It is hot. Telling you what, that little knob on the top isn't doing that great.
Sean said the next week's Will It Monster video is going to be crazy for him.
What is it, Sean? And by the way, if you guys have not checked out, the rest of you have not gone to and checked out Sean and the Pax channel or the Crazy Food Crew, please jet on over. These are some good folk with good content, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't really believe it. So
Scott says, "LOL, I just heard about the blood sausage."
yeah, that's not something that Mrs. Old Guy would ever willingly consent to eat.
I'm actually pretty picky to what I eat.
She is. There's some things that she just will not, absolutely will not touch. Hot dogs are definitely one of them.
Yep.
Pretty much any frozen or processed food, she won't eat it. Neither will I, really. Frozen TV dinners and stuff like that, I used to eat them all the time. And now they just taste like garbage.
And he says Braunschweiger and liverwurst are the best.
Oh, I like, well, yeah. Braunschweiger and liverwurst are one and the same, but absolutely, I love a Braunschweiger sandwich. Or sometimes I'll just eat some, have it on crackers, or just eat it by itself. Sure, I like Braunschweiger. Liverwurst. That's good stuff. That's way good stuff. Any day.
So he says, so far the winning combo right now on his community is a hot dog with the works is winning.
Okay.
Tuesday is the last day for the votes on it.
Good. Well, that's what I voted for, just so you know. The reason, Sean, the reason I voted for hot dogs with the works and not the bologna is because I figured, well, hot dogs, flavor-wise, are pretty close to bologna. So I figured, well, you know, he's going to get that kind of bologna-ish flavor with a little more smoke flavor to it, along with whatever else you decide is a loaded hot dog. And that could mean a lot of stuff. I mean, chili, sauerkraut, relish, onions. I mean, that could, you know, turn into something pretty gnarly.
Tim said, thank you much, appreciate it. Do you like Spam?
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting to do a Spam episode with Val. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm waiting. And that reminds me, Mrs. Old Guy, would you make a note, please, that I want to get a can of cream corn, a couple? Okay. Please. I don't want to forget. I'm thinking about going after we're done here.
Have you ever had Scrapple?
Scrapple. Yes, I have. I don't like it as much as I like haggis, but you're not going to really get real haggis here, so.
What do you get?
Cream corn. Oh, and I got to go get the basket. I'll be right back, guys. Mr. Turtle King, if you are still there, this is the basket that I was talking about. Just a barbecue thing, but it works good to mix up everybody's requests. So if you have a request other than Italian crepes, please feel free. What is next week, Mrs. Olga?
Short ribs.
Short ribs. Oh, those are going to be good. All right. It was bound to happen. I'm going to have to lock and load. I've got this one is shotgun shells. And that was from Scott and Eli. So I'm going to call shotgun shells an app. And I'm going to pull another one and make something with it.
Eli and Scott?
Yep. So we're going to put that there. And I'm going to call that an app. You don't care, do you, Eli? I mean, you'd just be getting double your fun if I try to make two different things like that. All right. And with that, we are going to have yummy ham and pineapple pizza. And that was Greg. So, the appetizer is going to be some shotgun shells, and we'll have a ham and pineapple pizza for the main course. I'll probably maybe make a little salad to go with it. All right, well, that was fun. Ta-da! I'm back.
Eli said, OG versus Val spoonful of mayo challenge.
Well, spoonful of mayo. You want to try something? How about trying my one of my meme foods that I did? And I'm not talking about the Pepto-Bismol hot dog that I just did. I'm talking about the mayo Oreos. That's right, Oreos with mayonnaise in the center instead of their cream filling. Try that one.
Joshua's here.
Joshua, good evening. I also did the Bean Key, which was a Twinkie hollowed out and then filled with Bush's baked beans. And that was absolutely disgusting. Their Oreo mayonnaise wasn't much better. All
Eli
right.
says, yes, shotgun shells. Greg says, wow, shotgun shells? This is crazy.
I know, this is just beyond belief.
Greg says, oh wow, make sure you use oregano.
For my pizza? Every single time.
Eli says, that sounds like a great menu.
Yep, and then plus whatever dessert is. So a little bit of garlic in there.
Gerald said, Greg, you make my future uncle. Joshua watched me on the big screen.
Oh,
5-inch flat.
again, I look great on a big screen. My good side. I really think this is my good side.
Ralph said the dogs don't seem to be hanging around the table today.
No, not too much. Generally, a little bit more. Generally kind of sprained his leg getting out the back door in a hurry. Somebody at our front gate, and he went running out the doggy door. I think that's when he might have done it. Kind of sprained his back leg a little bit, so he's been hobbling around some, and we didn't let him run or anything on our walk today.
Yeah.
I almost didn't take him, but
Sean's gonna do the Pepto dog.
ah, I hope you like it, man. Because it was at. It wasn't just the fact that those Peptos are sweet and minty, but that combined with the flavor and the texture of hot dogs. Go for it. Just you go for it. All
Got
right.
another request.
Oh, good. For what?
Chili relleno and
Ooh,
rice.
yummy.
Stanley.
For who?
Stanley.
Nice. I love chili relleno. Yummy, 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 yummy.
Eli Mayo Oreos does not sound terrible to him.
Oreo mango? No.
Oreo mayo.
Oreo mayo? Well, I didn't like it, but it was not nearly as bad as the bean key. The bean key was horrible, but the Oreo mayo was just kind of gross, sort of. You know, once I got, first thing I tasted was the mayo because it has no body to it. You squeeze and it just all comes out. So the first flavor I got was just a mouthful of mayo, but after I started chewing it up into the cookie, it really wasn't too bad. I mean, we made Oreo or mayonnaise chocolate cake
Yep.
that turned out delicious. So, I mean, the chocolate will overpower the mayonnaise a lot more than the, well, one didn't overpower the other with the bean key. They were just both nasty.
Janice wants to know when Pops Off will be coming.
Pops Off is coming pretty quick. As a matter of fact, he's been scheming the new candy corn delights for this year.
And they hope that Chumley feels better soon.
I'm sure he will.
Blizzard VR is here.
Mr. Lizard, sir. Good evening.
You should try Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Dr. Pepper cream soda. I have tried that. It is really good. I like it. It's also good as an ice cream float. I tried that one night and yeah. Well, just even regular Dr. Pepper makes a good float, but the Dr. Pepper cream soda, absolutely.
Sean says, when I do it, I'm going to say, this one's for you, Tom. LOL.
Well, thank you, Sean. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that because it is, it's not the best of flavors.
A while back, I think it was Greg said that he liked your marble shirt, and he asked if it came in men's, and it kind of got lost in
Came in men's?
chat. That's what he said, and it kind of got lost in chat. So.
Well, I don't know, Greg, if it comes in men's or not.
And Scott just asked what your favorite Marvel movie was. That's what made
My
me think
favorite Marvel movie, wow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can pick just one. I like a lot of them. Yeah, I can't pick just one. Sorry. I can't back myself into that corner. I just can't do it. I'm just waiting for water to come to a boil here, and I'll get these spätzle cooking. Like I mentioned, you don't need to have yourself any kind of special spätzle maker. If you have an old calendar like this, believe me, it's going to work just fine. And I'll show you. If you've never made spätzle, it's just kind of like a drop of batter. So they're small, they're, a little curly. very tasty.
Drake, I wrote that down, your request. Aussie sausage rolls and pie.
Aussie sausage rolls and pie.
Yep.
That sounds good.
And Lisa says, hey Tom, make a peanut butter and onion sandwich.
Peanut butter and onion sandwich? You mean like for dinner? Or just like a little video? Because I'm not 100% sure I'd want to eat that.
Jenna says, oh, the horrors. Pop Sauce makes some horrific concoctions.
He sure does. Like I said, he's got some stuff scheming right now.
Tim says, hey Tom, you remember that Beanie Weenie with the soda challenge? Out of all the challenges, that one was the one that made me sick, and I had to quit the video.
Yeah, the Beanie Weenie. I remember that. It was drink the like 6 different flavors of Weiler's drink, and let's see. Oh yes, and eat the little can of Beanie Weenies. Yeah, I got sick too. It was my challenge. I invented it, and I kind of failed my own challenge. And I remember Mrs. Old Guy asking me afterwards. I got through barfing all over the place, and she says, "Was it worth it?" I'm like, well, yeah, kinda.
Scott wants to know what's going into the pasta. German sausage pasta is one of his favorite dishes to make. He's wondering how you make it.
Okay. Well, first I'll qualify again by saying that when I looked online, I just saw so many different variations that I just kind of went with sort of something or other. But anyway, I got some bratwurst that I made. Put that in with some peppers and onions, white pepper, garlic, onion, and I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream here in a minute to finish it. And I'm going to have it over Spätzle.
Your 3 favorite Marvel movies.
Oh, come on. Now watch, I'll start mentioning movies and they'll go, that isn't Marvel, those are DC. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. If you wanted to know more than that, that's just tough tookus.
John says he's so full right now he has to walk sideways.
Whoa, that's full. When you got to walk sideways, you probably got enough in your belly.
Drake said the one movie that made everything today was Batman with Michael Keaton, starring the whole superhero craze this day.
Yeah, Michael, that was a good one. I will have to say that my favorite Batman is Dark Knight. But I like a lot of those movies, Superman, Justice League, Fantastic Four, X-Men. I kind of like them all, really, so. Let's add a little bit of that heavy cream. It's going to be a very rich dish. I'll add some heat back to that here in a second. No, I won't. I want it just like that. That'll work for me.
Greg says, old guy, Dark Knight, R.I.P., one of our most favorite loved actors.
Yep. Yep, he played a really good Joker. Okay.
Scott said, speaking of something nice, our department rented out the movie theater for everyone at the department. We watched a movie about volunteer fighters. Also got a free soda and a medium popcorn.
Nice. So I'm just gonna load this in here.
Ralph's mom said you have a nice laugh.
Oh well, thank you. Yow! That's a little warm. So I'm just gonna start pushing this batter through. And as I do, it'll make these little drops.
Sean agrees with you. He loves all the superhero movies.
Yep. They're fun to watch. I still would like them to make a Silver Surfer movie, not just the one that they did in the Fantastic Four. Let me ask you guys this: which one of the Hulk movies did you like best? I like the one with Ed Norton. Alright, so you can see I'm just kind of pushing this in.
Scott said it was kind of funny seeing all the fire engines parked in the theater parking lot.
I bet it was.
Tim said Wildman said his favorite was Johnny Quest and Hachi.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I love Johnny Quest. Haji too, especially when you'd go Sin Malibim and that cool sound would come and whatever would happen happened. Alright. So I'm going to have to do this in a couple little batches. Doesn't take long, like any fresh pasta, a couple of minutes or so. Just cook up pretty quickly.
Greg says, I love watching you get a sweat up for the good lady. You are the man, and you are a good lady, old lady, or good lady.
Alright, so I'm going to get this first little batch out here.
Rose says, aren't you Silver Surfer, OG?
No, I'm not Silver Surfer. I have absolutely no cool powers. Yeah, I can't, like, leap any tall buildings or, anything like that.
Sean likes the Ed Norton one, and so does Joshua.
Yeah, I think it was a better script, and I think he made a better Hulk.
Joshua said his favorite movie from him is 25th Hour.
Ah, okay. Alright, I'm going to make another quick little batch here.
Scott said that he thought they were going to drill the theater, basically run an evaluation and break stuff. And he says, nope, we got to see a movie.
This theater has about 700 fire violations. You're closed.
Steve says, do you like Tom Goes to the Mayor show?
Don't think I've seen it. In fact, I know I haven't seen it.
Ralph said a Silver Surfer is the term for someone with gray hair who uses the internet. Eli said Super OG makes great dinners in a single string.
It's Super Guy.
Scott liked Ed Norton too as Westall.
Alright. Just aside. That ought to be enough for another cup. Another batch. Yep. Give that a minute. It's almost dinner time.
Yay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Give that just another second. going to be really good. Time to serve it up. Should I give you a look at the pasta? How that turned out. Can you see that just a little bit? Yeah. Like I said, it looks, like little tiny little dumplings. All right. Let's get some food in these bowls. Some sausage. A little bit of this cream and butter sauce. German sausage pasta. It's homemade German sausage, by the way. For those of you that maybe tuned in a little late.
Greg said to chat, if I have an old moment, you are more than welcome to correct me. Maybe I'm just planting bombs.
Huh? Not quite as much for you, Mrs. Old Guy. Here, let me get you some silverware. I imagine you want to eat with something other than your fingers.
Yes, please.
All right. Sausage does smell good, but I'm a little nervous
About what?
about the flavor. I've not made German sausage a whole lot, so we'll see.
You have to let it cool, but it's
It does smell good, that's for sure. Try some of the pasta and the gravy here. Mm. 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 That's good. It's got some of the oil from the sausage mixed in. It's got a really nice flavor. Mm. All right.
Greg says, "Oh, God, don't be nervous."
Pasta. So far, the pasta and the sauce is good. You can get a bite of this sausage. Fingers crossed.
Good.
Mm. Mm.
That is good.
Wow. That's yummy. Mm. Mm. I was a little worried about the use of the nutmeg because I tried the batch I was looking at made like 5 pounds of sausage or something, so I had to divide everything down, and it wasn't a whole lot of the ginger or the nutmeg, and I was like, well, I don't want to overdo.
It's really good.
Thank you. Oh yeah, this is really nice.
We'll have to do it again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. And who requested this one? Don't shrug at me.
Sean.
Sean? It's a good idea. Finishing that off with some butter and heavy cream. Again, this is one of those nights where this doesn't need anything else. It's got the proper amount of salt. It's got the right amount of pepper. Pepper. But it also has just a little bit of heat from the cayenne that I put in. This is really good.
Ralph said, when you show the Pavlova, could you please show the inside of a slice?
Sure. No promise on how it turned out.
Looks
I
like
know
it's
the
been out
inside is
today.
supposed to be soft. I don't know that it turned out that way. It might be hard as a brick all the way through. I don't have any idea. I'll find out. I will find out.
Drinks that old guy, as Ralph said.
Well, you guys are in the future. You tell me how it turned out. Oh, I know. That's right. You don't want to violate any space-time continuum things. That's fine. Get another water. Here's a little fact for you. Today, September 9th, and I think it was 1957, that Elvis had his first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. And it was also the September 9th, 1967, maybe 1966, George of the Jungle cartoon made its premiere. useless stuff.
Steve said a show from Adult Swim can. I request Pavlova. Pavlova? Paelya?
Are they ya? Is that food? Is that food?
Jessica wants some butter.
Jessica wants what?
Butter.
Butter?
She asked you to pass her some butter.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. If that's not enough, let me know. I'll get another stick out of the fridge.
Ralph says, I'm surprised you don't have an all-out war in there with an Aussie and a Kiwi, both claiming ownership.
Ownership of what? You have to fill me in on the rest of that. Claiming ownership of what? Pavlova?
Yep.
Ah. Well, if you fellers want to duke it out, you can go outside and give each other a good ass whooping. When you're all done and you're all beat up and bloodied and tore up, you can come on in here and we'll get you bandaged up, and give you some ice, and hand you another cold beer, and you sit down and relax, shake each other's hand.
Steve says it's a rice dish.
It's a rice dish.
Yes.
What's it called?
Paelya?
Paella?
Paelya.
Paella. Paella? Yeah.
And Eli said Spanish paellas or whatever.
Interesting. Well, no, I have not made that. Is that a request?
I wrote it down as one.
Okay.
Scott says random Tom, but but you're from the military, so I think you know the significance. But I got I got a challenge point at the fire department. Beautiful point.
That's cool. I have no idea what that would have to do with the military, but that's awesome. Any kind of award you get is cool.
Yep. I wrote it down, Steve.
Oh yeah.
Greg said, Ralph, if I went to war with you, you would just wake up in Uncle Val's chat.
Ralph, he is referring to Val over at Trippy Food. He has his live stream a couple of hours before I have mine. Or his actually ends 1 hour before mine starts. So, fun guy, does food reviews and eats crazy things. He's got a lot more adventurous tastes than I do. There's some things I just won't do.
You know, I said a fun fact. In Spain, it's usually the men of the family who make the paella, whatever.
Paella.
Kind of like the men here compete with their barbecue.
Well, let me ask: is it just rice, or what kind of protein does it have in it, if any?
Just you can put in a request. You bet.
All requests end up in that basket. So it's just luck of the draw when it comes up.
Pretty cool. Scott says, I love when I have Saturdays off and I can watch both Val and yours.
Well, we're always glad to have you.
Sausage, delicious.
Oh, I know. I'm going to finish the pan. What's in there? It turned out great. Now I wish I'd almost made more.
And that dessert sounds interesting. I'm excited about trying that.
Yep, me too. And that won't be too much longer.
Yeah. Steve says a classic Spanish rice dish made with rice, saffron, vegetables, chicken, and an optional seafood cooked and served in one pan.
Wonderful. Sounds great. And I believe I might have some saffron.
You might. Greg said, fun fact, I don't go to church anymore because I watch Trippy Foods and this godly channel. And because I have the alarm set.
Well, I don't know what to say. There must be something special to give for a guy to give up his religion and everything.
Scott said German sausage pasta is amazing. I always make a ton. I normally make it in a cast iron.
Yeah. Well, I'll be making it again.
Eli said the key to making a good whatever whatever that rice dish is to have the bottom layer of the rice crispy without burning.
Yeah.
Yes, Craig, I said she could make a request. So did Tom.
I guess I made somebody mad. I don't care. We got people that blast through here 60, 70 miles an hour. It's right through our town.
Is there somebody out there, Tom?
I don't see anybody. So if they want to stop and make trouble, no problem. I'm old. I don't care anymore.
Scott says, what was that? Greg's like, move, move. Eli's R.I.P. headphones. Greg's choo choo.
No, just some immature person that can't be bothered to, take 30 seconds to drive through town instead of 10.
Sean said, man, that made my dog choo choo.
People
Like
being,
R.I.P. headphone users.
no, that's, we had a meeting with our county commissioners like a little over a week ago because of this crap. Had the county commissioners there and the sheriff and the undersheriff. It's absolutely ridiculous how fast people will go through, and then they get angry if you try to slow them down. I've had people stop and back up on the highway. Don't you tell me what to do, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, man, families live here, They see this little town and they don't think, that they need to follow the laws. It's like, erg.
Chum chum. Carol said maybe it was love.
I don't think so. Carol knows what I'm talking about.
Craig says, I feel so moved. Chumley, that's enough.
Chumley, come on. That's enough now. You barked enough.
It scared you, yes, we know.
You barked enough. It's okay. All right. Well.
Holly's back out there. She's like, no, it's not okay.
I'll show you this before I do anything with it. Mr. Ralph's there. Now, I hope your mom's there. I'd say it cracked just a little bit. One small little area cracked. So I don't know if there's anything in there that is still soft and spongy and whatever. It looks like a great big cookie.
Carol said maybe that was chicks.
Chicks? Yeah, maybe.
Scott says that's disrespectful. I'm sorry you have to deal with that, Tom. Install a roundabout in your town and that will stop them.
Well, that's the thing. It's the highway. It's just a snake through town real quick. There's no room on either side to do any kind of. We don't even have sidewalks. We have people flying by us 60, 70 miles an hour. it's outright dangerous for us to walk our dogs.
Yep. Eli said speed bumps.
No, we're making a plea to the state to do something.
Yep.
All right, let me
If you
get a
got
little,
headphones on, you might watch out. It's getting ready to use the mixer.
yeah,
It's loud.
mixer's loud, all right.
So just be forewarned.
Yeah, what she said. I'm not really measuring this out. I figure I'll dump this much in, and that'll work. It's just whipped cream.
Carol says my chicks are the speed bumps, and I cry. Well, yeah, that's ridiculous if they run over your chicks.
All right. Noise coming, guys. Here we go. Go away. So what did Ralph say? Is it overcooked? I think it is.
Ralph says looks okay, and the cream fills the cracks. Mom thought.
Okay. Yeah.
Greg says Cap's foot. Hey, move it along, digger. We ain't here for a long time. And he says, LOL, what she said. Scott says, how about rescuing a bunch of moose and let them roam town, but then you have a moose problem.
I'd rather deal with mooses than people that drive 60 miles an hour through town
Yeah.
and get mad when you say something.
My guess is it's one of these mine workers.
Yep, I'm sure it is.
Get your nose down from the table. Shove. Yeah. No more. Ollie, no more.
All right, the whipped cream is not very sweet, and I did that just because this meringue has got a ton of sugar.
Polly, Chumley, come. Come. Chumley, come. Polly, come.
Come on, you guys.
Come.
Hang on, guys. Let me see. Okay, come on. Go on. Polly, knock it off. Now I'm just going to shut the doors. Go on.
Scott said if they want to get mad at a moose blocking traffic, all I have to say is good luck. They would probably run it over, poor thing.
Well, yeah, people would go so fast they wouldn't have time to stop. All right. So, there's the whipped cream. Perfect mix.
That sounded almost like a train going by. A train horn.
Okay. So, some fruit. Some strawberries. Strawberries.
Yum.
I know it's supposed to have kiwi on it, kiwi fruit, but would have had to buy a big container full instead of just like one or two, which is all I wanted. So it'll just have to be without. Whipped cream.
Steve says the weirdest animal you accidentally ran over.
I don't know. About weird. I can tell you the nastiest one I ran over was a skunk. That, not very weird. That's probably not enough cream on there.
Ralph says, Mom can't remember the name of your town.
The name of our town is Somerset. And I'm going to make a little bit more.
Ralph said, yay, you remembered to call them kiwi fruit rather than just kiwi.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember what you said, so. See, Ralph explained to me one day that, they make they say it different there. Because they have the Kiwi people, the indigenous people there, and they make a distinction between saying kiwi and kiwi fruit. Say kiwi, they're talking about people. Not so much here. Somebody can say kiwi on there and everybody's going to assume it's fruit. A little more cream on there. Making lots of noise.
Sorry, I told you.
Sorry for your headsets. You got some on. Anytime now.
Well, said, yep, kiwi is just the full or
I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm right next to it. Woo! Jeez. What?
Ralph said, yep, kiwi is just the people or bird.
All right, well. Or bird, yeah. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to put it in there. Now I can't use it again. Yes, I can. Just go wash it off again. Okay. Now there's a good amount of whipped cream.
You sure can, Steve? I'll write it down.
What's that?
A simple fruit salad for a dessert.
Yep. Okay. Yummy. All right. So we'll get some blueberries on there. Oh, let me get these rinsed off real quick.
Ralph said we have an endangered, flightless, nocturnal bird that looks like a soccer ball with legs.
Good. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Got some blueberries here. I just want to dry them off a little bit. I don't want to make my whipped cream runny.
Eli says, how's Pedro coming along?
What?
Eli says, how is Pedro coming along?
Pedro?
P-A-T-R-E-O.
I don't know.
Fluffy Bear's man.
Hey, Robert.
Fellows love sausage.
It's been a little while.
Patreon, he said. Eli.
Oh, Patreon. What about it?
He asked how it was coming along.
Oh. It's not? Maybe I'm putting too much fruit. I don't know. Ralph, can you put too much fruit on these? Hope not. 'Cause I'm just kind of getting started here. Yep. Get some strawberries cut. Now I'm not going to get crazy. I'm just going to cut them in half and make a circle.
Looking good.
Is your mom watching there, Ralph? I got to know if I'm meeting her expectations. Don't want to disappoint anybody. Couple more of these.
I'm excited to try this.
I'm excited too. I still think it's going to be like one big crunchy meringue cookie. And I bought a fuzzy peach since peaches are in season here. I'm going to put a few slices of peach.
Ralph says it looks good. We normally have things like peach also. Yep. She says it meets her approval.
Awesome! This is a good thing.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully we'll see. I don't know. I'm got another couple wedges here. Holy smokes, would you look at that? What do you think? Does that look okay, guys? Peaches, blueberries, and strawberries. Oh wait, I'm forgetting my my mint.
Yeah, Ralph said she wants you to post some over. LOL.
I'm not sure how fresh it would be by the time it gets there.
Might be kind of a melty mess. Steve says nice amount of leftovers.
Leftover what? Oh, berries? Yep. Well, I'm going to make strawberry milkshakes and blueberry milkshakes with what's left.
Maybe he meant leftover
Leftover dinner?
Pavlova.
Oh, well, maybe. There'd probably be a little bit left over after I serve us.
Eli said the only thing missing is a dollop of mayo.
Just a big healthy dollop right in the middle. Okay, there. I've got a little bit of mint on the top. Get these out of the way. That was close. That one almost hit the floor. There would have been blueberries everywhere.
Holly would have been delighted.
Okay. I think we're ready to have some dessert. Let me get these dinner bowls out of the way. Fork and a couple of forks and a knife to cut it with. Fingers crossed that we have somewhat of a soft interior. I'm not thinking so. I'm not thinking so.
Gotta show them a slice.
Oh yeah. You can't really see the layer. It's a little thin. I know what I'll do next time. But there.
And it's a little bit. Otherwise, yeah. There you go. That looks good.
So that center is not it. This is way overcooked, overbaked.
Kind of
This
soft.
it's yeah, kind of soft is a nice way to put it. It's crunchy. Good.
That is all good. Good request, bro.
Yeah, it's an extra, really interesting texture. I like that. Oh, this is yummy. I'll say one thing about it. It's nice and light. Very airy. Uh-huh. Shouldn't wonder why, right?
Breaks back, you have a phone call. Ralph said, glad you liked it.
Oh, amazing.
Scott says, wow, what's the dessert?
Pavlova? Pavlova? Who is this?
Paul.
Somebody's ringing in.
Hi, Joe, how are you?
Ah, one of my sons.
Cool.
I
Good.
just got a bite of that mint with those blueberries. Oh. Wow. Everything is really, really good. I will make this again. And I have a ring mold that I think I'm going to use to ensure that it stays thick enough to have that soft center like it was supposed to have. But this tastes really, really good.
Carol said it's supposed to be, but I'm not sure. Maybe she's talking about crunchy inside or something.
Well, I understand the parts of it should and will be crunchy, but the center on the bottom should have some moisture to it. At least from what I've understood.
Steve, no? Oh. Steve said he had a soft shelled crab sandwich a few days ago, and it just tasted like the breading it was cooked in.
Oh, that's not good. I had a pork sandwich from Culver's. That was terrible.
Greg says, "Moo, take those cows out for a milking." Polly, no.
This is a pretty tasty dessert.
No. It is.
And I imagine after this whipped cream sits on it for a little while, it'll probably soften it up some. But this is...
Stanley said that just joined Patreon.
You did? Wow. I gotta say thank you very much. You're my first Patreon follower. And I thank you very much. Every single nickel will be going to things like this. So I sincerely appreciate that. How about that, Mrs. Old Guy?
Yeah.
That's amazing. My first Patreon member. Thank you. That is amazing. I appreciate that really more than I could say.
Greg said, "Old guy, those cows will just get something in their teeth for their trippy food puppy."
Uh-huh.
The prince of dogginess. And Stanley said, "You're more than welcome."
Yeah, well, I'm actually a little taken back and surprised and amazed that somebody would actually, want to actually spend a little cash to, help my channel. So, that's amazing. Thank you. So, as I was saying a while back, Monday starts the filming for, I think it's called Gold Cup City. And the writer and producer, director, is a man by the name of Tony Schweckel. You can Google that. And it's his production. And I just consider myself really fortunate to be in the right place at the right time to even just have the opportunity to do something like this, yet alone, have the possibility of maybe something else come from it. So I'm happy, and I'm going to eat another piece of this.
Stanley says, "Just so everyone knows, it's only at $3 a month."
It is $3 tier, guys. $3 a month to help out old guy. So if you're interested, just follow the link on my homepage. And there's only the one tier. There's a $3 tier, I doubt very seriously if I ever do anything more beyond that. Um, I will at some point do some merchandise giveaway. So,
Steve says he hopes something comes from your doing that film.
oh, thank you. I hope so too. You know, I'm not counting on anything more than what it already is. And if something else happens because of that, so that's just gravy on the meat or frosting on the cake, depending on how you look at it.
Scott says you have Patreon.
I do. It's something I started just a couple of weeks or so ago, and I'm terrible at self-promoting. I figure if somebody wants to help out my channel that way, they're going to do it. I don't need to ask for it. I don't need to, you know, that's just kind of how it is. Just like I've never really, when you see my videos, I don't say be sure and hit the like button, you know, or a subscribe button. If people are going to do it, they're going to do it. I'm not going to ask them, you know. I had to go back for seconds, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm going over here in a minute.
And I don't, desserts, I don't always do something like that. But this is, it's new for me. It's different, and it's really delicious.
Heather's here. I have a dessert request.
Okay, Heather.
What about carrot cake?
Welcome. And what?
She says, what about carrot cake?
Love carrot cake. Oh yeah, carrot cake with that yummy, delicious cream cheese frosting. Ooh. So anybody, those of you that have not had the Pavlova dessert, look up the recipe online and make it. It's really delicious. I would recommend that when you make the whipped cream to go with it, very lightly sweetened on the whipped cream, because the bottom part here, just loaded with sugar. No. The lightly sweetened cream and the fresh fruit, like Ralph said, really helps balance that flavor out. This is great.
Hey Tim, what is your daughter's name? She has a request. Hey Tom, my daughter has a request, a dinner request.
Okay.
She said your version of a Big Mac and Whopper, or a steak dinner with baked mac and cheese, and for dessert a red velvet cake.
Okay, so what I will do, yeah, we need to know a name so we can put down who requested it, but
You can message it to him if you want.
yeah, if you want. Or a nickname works too. So I'm going to write those down as two separate dinners, and the dessert will go into the dessert voting thing. So you might get your dinners, one of your dinners with a different dessert, and your dessert might come a different time, but all will be in the mix of things.
know, is that an AC unit above the door?
That is a heat pump. So yes and no. In the summer, we can use it as an air conditioner, but we don't. We've got solar right now, and so during the summer, when we don't use as much electricity and we got longer light, of course, the solar generates more power than we use. That gets banked by the electric company. Then in the winter, when we get less sun and have snow covering our solar panels and whatnot, we draw on the energy that we banked during the summer. So a lot of times we won't really even get a heating bill sometimes as late as January. It just kind of depends on how cold it is. So that's what that is, a heat pump. I do miss my forced air furnace from under, our coal furnace in the basement, just because when the furnace was always on, it was always warm in the basement, and that heat would rise and keep the floors nice and toasty warm. But heat pumps have replaced that coal furnace, and they're up there and blow the hot air down, so the floor never really warms up. It's best to wear socks or slippers. You want more?
Yes, please.
Yeah, hand me your plate.
Heather said, heck yes. Oh, yummy. When Ralph says thanks for trying the Pavlova.
Oh. Well, both of us are coming back for more.
Steve said the dessert is voted on. Her name is Mackenzie. Thanks. Thanks, Kim.
And thank you, Mackenzie.
Yes. Heather at Fighting for Love says, what about chicken and dumplings for a dinner request?
Sure. We did it not too terribly long ago, but by the time it comes back up again, so we'll write it down. What?
I was just looking to see what Steve was talking about, or what Greg was talking about. He says, looks amazing. That one apple needs an adjustment for the cookbook.
Mrs. Old Guy, could you write that down so we don't forget it, please?
Chicken and dumplings,
Yeah.
I already get it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes. Stanley said, do you have a garden?
No, we don't. Our yard is very small, and the dogs, we got a little bit of a grassy area and a kind of a graveled area for the dogs. But that's it's a small yard. The houses in this town were, with the exception of a very few, were all company houses owned by the coal mine. And back then, they, having a big yard just wasn't a consideration. So I've seen people's backyard. I mean, just the yard in the back of their house, bigger than our whole plot here. So, but I will say that it's easy to maintain, and it's just right for the two of us. So.
Yeah. Jordan's here. She says, good evening. Just subscribe to Patreon.
Well, Jordan, thank you, and thank you for subscribing. Wow, that's 2 in a night from having none. That's amazing. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Like I said a little while ago, every last nickel that comes into this channel from Patreon or any other means is going to go right to cooking dinners and desserts on Saturday nights. So I really, really appreciate it. Sometimes it can be kind of spendy to do some of the things that we do. But I'm not complaining one little bit, because We really look forward to this, both Mrs. Old Guy and I, every week. And I don't like it when I have to take weeks off, just because I really enjoy doing this. So, like I said, coming up next week, a very small chance, maybe 10% chance that I'll have to postpone, but probably not. But the following Saturday will definitely not be here because of a community spaghetti dinner that I volunteered myself to make. So next Saturday will probably be here, but the following, it'll be a week without the old guy. I'm sorry.
Jordan said that her and Stanley are a couple.
Okay. Well, Jordan, thank you. And again, thank you to Stanley also.
No.
Boy, that guy going by blowing his horn really. Quiet!
No.
Hush, shut up, you face!
Polly, go quick.
I told her to shut up, you face, and she barked right at me.
Eli says, OG story time, and Greg says, Eli, yes, please, OG story time, big guy. He says, tell us a bedtime story.
Well, I don't know what kind of stories. I could tell you something that happened or came very close to happening last week when we took a little drive up to this place called Land's End. It's on the Grand Mesa here in Colorado, and it's a point at the end of the mesa where you can just look out and see for miles and miles and miles. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can see the long, winding, curvy road below. Do you need to say something?
Eddie's here.
Oh, hey Eddie.
I just wanted to say that.
So we went up there and we checked out Land's End, and we took that windy road down and jetted over to this big city and got on another highway to come back home and make a big kind of loop. And we were in between a couple of these towns going through a 65-mile-an-hour zone. And somebody in a little red car was only going about 15, maybe 20 miles an hour down the highway in the slow lane. But so I was going 65. I come flying up on the back end of this guy, and I had to stomp my brakes and veer off to the right or off to the left. First, I thought for sure I was going to hit him square in the back end. I mean, I could see it coming. I could almost see the airbags inflating. And so I crunched the brakes and I swerved. And then I thought I was going to clip that left rear corner of his car, but I didn't. I just barely missed it. And I went fishtailing around him, and I started turning hard to the right, and I almost rolled it. But luckily, I took my foot off the gas, and I, managed to save it to keep myself from rolling. But had we rolled, I probably would have rolled 3 or 4 times, because we were still probably doing 50 miles an hour or more at that point. So, I mean, that just heart ripping through my chest and shaking from the adrenaline.
Yeah. And then after he almost caused an accident, he did hit his flashers and pull over to the side of the road.
Yeah.
After,
yeah. As soon as we went almost killing him flying by, the flashers came on and he pulled off to the side. It's like, well, yeah, you're going to kill somebody. It was scary. It was very scary.
You did miss it, Eddie. He says, did I miss it?
Oh, I missed it. Oh, did I? He missed it. He missed dinner.
Yeah, he missed dinner.
I'm
And
sorry.
he says, well, I would have had a heart attack.
Oh, I tell you, it was. I'm just glad that I have the reflexes that I do. Because it saved us more than once. I'll tell you that.
Yep. Scared me and the dogs.
Oh man.
Along with Tom.
Yep.
Scott said you've got a third Patreon.
Oh wow! Thank you.
And Stanley says, come on, it's a Patreon crazy train tonight. Let's get a few more.
Wow! Thank you. That's amazing. I'm almost embarrassed. Thank you. Really. Thank you so much. I you guys are kind of like a second family. You really are. You come and see me every Saturday night, and you're apologetic if you don't, and and it's really okay. I'm just a little taken back by the support, and I really sincerely appreciate it. It's just amazing. And what time have we got? Oh, a little bit after.
Eli said, the other day I had a green light, and by the divine intervention, I looked left and managed to see someone blowing through the red light.
Yep. My thought on it is, when you have near calls like that, it just wasn't your day. Because when it's your time, ain't nothing gonna stop it.
No.
So, it just wasn't my time to be wrecking and dying, which is probably what would have happened. Or been severely injured.
Ralph and Scott said they're glad we're okay. Something pretty scary.
Oh, very scary. Well,
That dessert was delicious.
yes, it was. Very many years ago, Mrs. Olga and I had only been married a few years. We were going on a little weekend camping trip, and they make, okay, for those of you that know what a window well is at a house, you got a basement, you got that half moon piece of corrugated pipe that sits however deep it needs to for your house. This guy had one that was probably close to 5 feet. Pretty tall. Just half moon shape to go up against the house, and it came flying off the back of his truck right at us.
Yeah.
And it was on a busy highway in Denver. It's it's amazing that nothing happened. Even during the middle of all this traffic, there was no wrecks or anything. Everybody that was behind that piece of flying metal did exactly the right thing at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
This guy got over here, this guy got over here, this guy slowed down. We're talking semi trucks and cars and it was amazing that there wasn't a big pile up on the highway because of that.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
a couple of close calls over the years. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate it again. And as always, I'd like to give you guys that last minute to, any more last minute questions or comments or suggestions or, for dinner, dessert, whatever. And again, I'm going to thank everybody for those of you that, are supporting me through Patreon now. I'm just tickled to death. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So I guess there's no more last minute comments coming in. No, everybody's satisfied. Y'all had enough to eat, had enough dessert, got enough for another couple slices. No more? Okay. Well, I'm glad everybody's satisfied. Had a good meal? I know I sure did.
Yep, that was delicious.
It was really good. Sean, thank you again for the awesome suggestion of German sausage pasta. I hope it lived up to your expectation. It sure lived up to mine.
It might have just froze up because it's still sitting there.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure.
Well,
So I don't know.
yeah, try just shutting down the Google. We'll be back.
The Google?
Yeah, just try shutting down Google and then open it back up. When it opens up, just go to YouTube and then back to live. And hopefully it'll just come right back to our stream.
I don't know where to do that.
Okay, top to, okay. All right, are we still there? Are we back?
Carol said bad internet.
Yep, we're back.
Greg said thanks. Stanley said wonderful night. Good night.
Thank you, folks. Sorry about the little glitch there. I've had issues with my computer lately, but thank you again. I'll see everybody next week. Thank you again, Sean. Everybody have a safe week, and as always, please get out and help in your community somehow, some way. Give back, okay? Bye, everybody. We'll see you
Real
next
quick,
Saturday.
Steve
What?
says possible pops off this year.
Possible. Pops off big time this year. Believe me. Bye, folks.
Polly said bye.